I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality, is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks, we out here moving.
And what's good, YouTube? This your boy, Coach Donte. Welcome back to another 7200 Seconds podcast with me and my partner, Key in the Building. She will be back in a minute. She will be back up here in a minute. So got my boy, Florida boy Burn, back in the building with us, man. What's going on, Florida boy Burn? A lot of things going on in the sports world. We lost a legend in today's college sports, and Mike Leach, great person, great coach, one of the greatest coaches in the college football sport. So just want to give my condolences to Coach Mike Leach, one of the top coaches pretty much for the college football level. He would definitely be missed. Mississippi State head coach died at the age of 61 years old. So I want to give my condolences and respect to Coach Leach. Now go ahead, partner Key, take it away.
Oh, my computer want to give me issues today. What's going on, y'all? What's up? It is Key. We are back. We're in the building with another episode of 7200 Seconds. Of course, always I got my guy, Coach Donte. Donte, what's going on with you, man?
Man, everything been great. Everything been great with me, man. I'm ready to get into some sports, to some more sports, and every time 7200 seconds come up, man, I'm very excited to get into the show.
As always, y'all. But let's get into this Monday Night Football recap. We had the Arizona Cardinals versus the New England Patriots. New England Patriots gets the job done. Some real good injuries last night in this game, but New England pulled it off 27-13. Mac Jones found a way to get it done. Donte, talk about this game.
Oh, well, I can know. They were dropping like flies last night. They sure were. They were just dropping like flies, man. I mean, Kyler Murray goes down, with an ACL injury. So didn't want to see that for him. Didn't want to see that for him at all. Man, it's a lot of injuries that went down that yesterday. Yeah, that's true. I've been on the Cliff Kingsbury fire train, and I'm holding a GoFundMe page for that as well. So if y'all want to hop on that fire Cliff Kingsbury mode, you allowed on the list. But whatever. Matt Jones played okay. He played solid outside of the one interception when he was blitzed. The ball was popped up in the air, and Isaiah Simmons ends up catching it for a pick off. So other than that, I thought he played okay. 24 of 35, 235 yards for Matt Jones. Pierre Strong Jr. was really good last night. The rookie was really good. 5 carries, 70 yards. Got his first touchdown, I believe, of the season. And also Kevin Harris. So the running game was really good. Lamondre Stevenson, I think he went out too. Lamondre Stevenson didn't get that much carries. Hunter Henry was pretty solid, and Kendrick Bourne. But the defense was really, really good for the New England Patriots. That's what dominated the football game. With a Marcus Jones interception, one of my favorite players coming out of the draft. And you had Jack Jones on that side. Matthew Judon created a lot of havoc in that defensive line. And boy, they were hitting Colt McCoy. Colt McCoy just couldn't stand an answer. But all around a good defensive effort for the New England Patriots. And Cliff Kingsbury and the Arizona Cardinals just had no answer for the pressure that New England brought to them right after Kyler Murray went out of this game. So Patriots dominated. Patriots really dominated. They really dominated this game on the defensive side of the ball.
I mean, I can't say Colt McCoy didn't play that bad. I mean, his offensive line just stunk. He got sacked 6 times, 27 for 40. 241 and an interception. James Conner was running his behind off, 15 carries, 85 yards. Kyler Murray, the big topic of this thing is he's out. Ace, we all know Arizona not going nowhere. So what does Arizona?
You said what does Arizona need to do?
Yep, what they do from here. Kyler Murray's done for the year. You probably maybe won't see him beginning of next year either. So where do the Cardinals go from here?
Well, first of all, give Kingsbury the hell up out of there. Get him the pink slip. Get him the pink slip. That's the first thing that needs to go on when the offseason gets started. Get him the pink slip. Colt McCoy finished strong. And you got to have a level of consistency on the field. But first of all, that's the easiest answer. Just no matter what type of contract Cliff Kingsbury get him the hell up out of there. That's the first thing that needs to happen when the season is over. James Conner continue to get better, continue to run the football, and I'll say DeAndre Hopkins continues to be a consistent player for them throughout the wins and losses. But first of all, it starts with Cliff Kingsbury. Get his walking paper, like Baron said, get his walking papers ready, and get the pink slip ready for him.
Yeah, that's definitely. Does DeAndre Hopkins go to a new team?
I would ask out. If I'm DeAndre Hopkins, I would want up out of the situation. I would want up out of even with Kyler Murray's on the field. I don't think he would have made that much of a difference in the game last night. He would have made a difference, but I don't think they would have still won the game anyway. The way the Patriots defense is and the way they played last night. So at the end of the day, I would ask DeAndre Hopkins. I'm asking for a trade. I'm asking to go to a playoff contending team where I can go contend at and go fight for a playoff spot. His talent is too good to be around there. Be around in Arizona. Marquise Hollywood Brown is not a consistent wide receiver at all whatsoever. James Conner is always battered and beaten up. He's really, really good. So if I'm DeAndre Hopkins, I will go to the front office and want up out of this situation.
And any team will be wanting to have a DeAndre Hopkins on your team. He made 9 catches look great. Did you see that catch he made? That one-handed catch that he made. It wasn't in bounds, but he made it look so easy.
He made it look so easy and effortless. He made it look so easy and effortless, man. No, how many receivers do you think that can make that catch like that? Right there, like still can make that catch. DeAndre Hopkins, the only receiver you know that can make a one-handed catch like that consistently. That you know that can make that catch consistently like that. No matter how tough the catch may be, he's the only one that I really know that can come down with the ball. No matter how tough the catch may be, he's the only one that you know that can come down with that.
Facts. What's going on, Vic? Vic's in the building. Appreciate y'all for being in here. We got another injury as well. Deebo Samuel, he got an MCL sprain and an ankle injury. Probably going to see him playoffs. Russell Wilson is in concussion protocol. But going to this Patriots game, he might come down on the Patriots because of who was the wide receiver that got hit? Parker. Was it Parker? Hold on a second.
Yeah, it was Devontae Parker. He had a concussion, right?
Yeah. Right. So it took Nelson Aguilar to stop the whole sequence from happening for him to say, my teammate ain't right. He got to get out. Do you think the NFL was going to find New England after we had seen what happened with, or are they going to get in trouble?
I expect them to get in trouble. I expect something to happen. And I expect something to happen. I don't understand how none of the coaches don't know that. I don't understand how some of the coaches don't know that he wasn't right, and the teammate had to point it out. I don't really understand that. The teammate Nelson Aguilar saw it before the coaches even saw that he was nicked up. So that's kind of bad judgment by the coaches. But yeah, I think the league should do something about that. Anytime someone ain't right, they're out there stumbling and stuff. It's up to that training staff. It's up to that training staff and the coaches to get together and say, go ahead and pull him out the game. He should not have been playing. He should not have been playing through that concussion. He should not have been playing. And of course, if you're a coach and you're a trainer, you see your player not right. Don't put your team in detrimental situation where the player can't perform and you know he can't perform and he can't go out there and play. You're putting him in harm's way. You're putting his career basically on the line.
Definitely,
pretty much.
Definitely. And you saw the hit when he got up. He looked wobbly and off balance right from there. And for real, for Aguilar to say, hold up, he can't go. Like, how did y'all not point that out? And that did come out as well, that the NFL, it might be some scrutiny against, New England Patriots and NFL with that. But y'all done seen what happened with Tua. Y'all really going to go down this route again? The Cowboys signs T.Y. Hilton. Are they really that desperate for a receiver that y'all call up T.Y. Hilton?
I mean, like I said again, golly, you really could have called Odell Beckham if you wanted a wide receiver. I really started to think you could call Odell Beckham if you wanted a receiver that bad. But Odell Beckham is not ready. So at the end of the day, I see that. But I didn't think the Cowboys needed a receiver that bad. I didn't think nothing was wrong with the Cowboys or anything like that. I think the receiving core is pretty fine that they have out there. But like I said, I can't say how much of an impact T.Y. Hilton is gonna be for this team, because I haven't seen him play in a long time. I haven't seen him play in about almost a year. I haven't seen him play football, so I can't tell you the impact on how much he's gonna have. I haven't seen him. We don't know, but I guess we'll see if he plays when he's getting out there. But I didn't think Dallas need a receiver that bad. I think their receiving core is pretty okay. I think their receiving core is okay. They're fine. And you got the tight end Dalton Schultz. I think they were pretty good they didn't need a T.Y. Hilton.
And so he's going for the 4 remaining games. He's getting paid $600K. $600,000 for the remaining 4 games is what he's being paid. And then of course he can go into the playoffs. That's why I was shocked by this move. What's it sending? You had what message is it sending? You just got another receiver. Can T.Y. stay healthy? He's injury prone. I don't think Dallas needed a receiver. Right. We got Desmond Ridder starting with the Atlanta Falcons. Your thoughts on Desmond?
I remember saying Desmond Ridder is going to play it by week 10, but I guess I was a couple of weeks off. But he's still playing. He's still out there playing. I said he was going to start. He was going to play in the season. So I think it was week 10. I said that he was going to start playing football. But like I say, ain't nothing wrong. You're not making the playoffs anyway. Go ahead and throw your future franchise quarterback in to see what he have. You're not making the playoffs. Marcus Mariota has not been great. He has been really inconsistent throughout the whole year. He has won them some big games, but also he has lost them some games as well. So he's been inconsistent. You're not made, like I said, this is a situation you're not going anywhere. Go ahead and just see what Desmond Ridder got and try to build off some momentum going into the next season. That way you would know if Desmond Ridder is going to be your franchise quarterback or not by these slate of games that you're going to see him play. So he looked pretty okay in the preseason. Desmond Ridder had a pretty good preseason this preseason as well. So go ahead and throw him in now. You got nothing to lose anyway. See what he has and build off next year, which is, I think, Desmond Ridder will be the starting quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons next season.
I mean, you got Desmond Ridder. You're going to have Kyle Pitts come back, still a young end. You got Drake London in the rookie, and you got Algier as a running back. I think that could be a good starting squad for Atlanta. They could definitely win you some games. Free agents, maybe throw out a veteran in there to help that team out. I think, let's see what Desmond got. Cole Beasley, another receiver that wants to come out of retirement to play for the Bills. Now, I did say OBJ was going to go to the Bills, but they got their hot receiver back. What do you think about Cole Beasley coming back to the Bills?
I think it's an okay move. I'm not going to say it's a great move. Like I said, again, it's another team I didn't think that really need a receiver with Gabriel Davis and Dawson Knox them. But again, nothing wrong with having a little veteran help out there, someone in your locker room. Nothing wrong with that. So, again, I ain't gonna say how much of an impact he's gonna have because I haven't seen him play in almost a year. So, I guess it's veteran leadership you bring in the locker room. And he did play for the Buffalo Bills, so as well, it does help. It does help him out a lot. It should help him out a lot. But I can't say what's his impact. I haven't seen him play in yet, but we'll figure that out when he plays on Sunday.
Yeah, Cole Beasley, another guy coming out of retirement, and maybe possible to win the Super Bowl, and we'll know. Beasley's a great receiver in the slot. That's where he lived at, especially over there with Dallas. He was a big time guy for Romo in the slot and everything else. So I don't think that's a bad move for Beasley. The Panthers. We haven't talked about the Panthers a while in news. Now the Panthers are 4-4 with Steve Wilkes at the helm. Is it possible they sneak into the playoffs?
I think anything for right here on that. When you look at the division of the NFC South, I think the division is kind of open. The Patriots cannot win a game. They got embarrassed by San Francisco. I did pick San Francisco to win that game, but I didn't think it was going to be in that embarrassing fashion. No, I picked San Francisco. I picked San Francisco to win that game.
Yeah. Huh? You said the Panthers. You said the Patriots. You mean Tampa Bay?
No.
San Fran.
Yeah, I picked San Francisco though. I picked San Francisco to win. Actually win the game, but I didn't know Tampa Bay. That game was going to be a rout. I didn't know the game was going to be a rout just like that. But at the end of the day, man, I think the division is wide open for the 49ers. For the NFC South, Tampa Bay. The Panthers is only one game. The Panthers. The Falcons, they all one game out, so the division is wide open. The Panthers 3-1 within the division, so they have definitely a good shot. And Steve Wilkes is doing one hell of a job. And Sam Darnold has came in. They won some couple of games with him. That win against Seattle. Really going in Seattle, that was a really tough win right there. I give the Carolina Panthers the credit right there. But this division is wide open, man. This division is really wide open. And Tampa Bay makes this really look hard. So their next slate of games, you look at their schedule. They play Cincinnati. I think they're going to lose that game. I'm going to pick Cincinnati to beat them. They play the Cardinals. I think they beat the Cardinals. Now that Panthers game, this is a big game. This is maybe determined if they lock up a playoff spot or not. Then you still got the Falcons at Atlanta. So no guarantee now that I said Tampa Bay is going to win the division. I'm going to stick by that. But that Bengals game is almost like that's a must-win game for the Buccaneers. They got to win that football game. They got to beat the Buccaneers and go into the Arizona with some momentum. So I think Tampa Bay, they're on the outside. They're on a sliding edge of being in trouble right now. But give credit to the Panthers for applying the pressure on them. And the Falcons are 5-8, and the Saints are not out of it either. They're 4 and they're only 4. I know they're 4-9, but they're only a couple of games back. So that division is wide open.
That proves the NFC South stinks. The NFC South stinks. Point blank period this year. Burns said it. Why is all the Southern states the team stinks? We don't claim the Cowboys. NFL headquarters going to make sure they stay relevant because it's America's team. Tua in Miami, they playing well right now. I mean, they did lose. But will Tua hold back the Dolphins in the playoffs?
Right now, Tua has been playing okay. He's been off for the last 2 ball games. If they want to make a playoff push and if they want to go deep in the playoffs, it will have to be on Tua. Tua has to play well. If the Dolphins want to go any places, Tua will have to be that guy to take them there with his consistency and with the weapons that he has. So yes, Tua could easily hold them back, but everything goes through the Dolphins. Tua's going to have to take this team now. So yes, Tua is the only reason that the Dolphins will not go farther.
You definitely got Tyreek Hill. That play that he did last week when he was just at the right place at the right time with that fumble and ran it in. They're projecting him possibly to be your first 2,000-yard receiver. Waddle's playing well. They got mad weapons, even on the defensive side, getting a Bradley Chubb and those guys over there. So the ball is in Tua's court. He has to be consistent. He has to play well. Have to mean for Miami to go further. And I completely agree with you. Mo said he's watching segment. You know what's funny? We ain't got nothing about the Commanders. Yeah, we do. I lied. A lot of rigging going on. Yeah, I know. It's rigged, Burn. It's rigged. Since Mo did bring it up, Washington, they are activating Carson Wentz as his backup. Will Carson Wentz ever see the field for the rest of this season?
Hell and no. That I'm gonna keep it simple and short. No, he will. And if Taylor Heineke gets hurt, that's the only way he's seeing the field. That's the only way he's seeing the field. But if Taylor Heineke is healthy, no, he will not see the field.
And don't sleep on Washington. Like I said, the whole NFC East is wide open too. And then we can see all four of them in there. Maybe not the Giants because they lost and they got that tie now. But sleep on Washington. You know, defense is getting together. The offense definitely is clicking. So yeah, I wouldn't sleep on Washington too much.
Yeah, I would say three teams. I would say three teams gonna make the playoffs, but the division is already locked up. The Eagles already pretty much won the division. So I think the division, the Eagles have got that division locked up. But as far as the Cowboys and Commanders, I think those two teams are gonna make the playoffs. The Giants, they've been slapped upside the head already. They're up out of there. I think the Commanders is beating them this weekend. I think the Giants is out. When they lost that game against the Lions. When they lost that game against the Lions, I thought it's it. That was it right there.
We here to cuss out Skip Bayless about the arguments he had with Shannon. I heard about that. He's Florida. Burns said it's rigged and every team in the South is trash. So with Deebo Samuel being out, you know that's one of the key pieces to this 49ers team. Can they still win out games without Deebo Samuel?
So give me a minute and let me go to the 49ers schedule right here. You said so the key, can the 49ers win out? That's what you're saying. Can they actually win out?
Can they still win these games without Deebo Samuel?
Okay.
I know they got 4 games left.
All right, so right now they're 9-4. Right now they're coming in Sunday 9-4. Well, they got the Seattle Seahawks. I'm going to take them to beat Seattle because Seattle's been struggling. They've been inconsistent. They just lost to the Panthers, so they're going to beat Seattle. I think they're going to beat the Commanders. I think they're going to beat the Commanders at home versus Washington, versus the Washington Commanders. I think the Commanders win this week against the New York Giants, but they lose next week. But they still will be in good shape. So, yes, they're going to go 4-0. Like I said, I'm not picking the Raiders no more this year. They're going to go in Las Vegas, and they're going to beat them, and they damn sure going to beat the Cardinals at home. I said I wasn't going to pick the Raiders Thursday night. I was not going to pick them Thursday night, and I didn't pick them. You saw what happened. That's exactly what happened. That's why I don't pick them, and I don't trust them. That's exactly what happened. So I said it. Since Tennessee, when they played Tennessee early, I picked the Raiders yet, Key, to win a game? Since the Tennessee game? I did not pick the Raiders to win. You said
you smoking something better than he's smoking.
Hey, I can't. I'm not going up against a hot 49ers football squad. At home at Candlestick Park 2. I'm not going against that. If y'all win, that would be very much credit. That's a huge goddamn win right there. Y'all win, beating the elite team. That's a huge win right there. That's full credit. But right now, I gotta go with the hot team, bro. I gotta go with the hot team. That team is too hot right now.
I mean, Washington did beat the hot team in the Eagles. So, like I said, I'm any given Sunday, I am not putting it past it.
No, I'm not putting it past. I didn't say they couldn't win. I'm not saying like they don't have a chance to win. Right. I'm just saying I'm picking the 49ers. I'm just going to pick them to win that game.
Is this Brady's last year?
It should be. He look like a shell of himself right now. It should be his last year.
because he want to throw tablets and he want to yell at his peoples, and him and Mike Evans ain't clicking right. I think it's time. What else do you have to prove, sir? You have 7 Super Bowl rings. What else do you have to prove to yourself? I know you don't want to sit down, but you can figure out something to do. Just don't play football no more. Your time is up. Your time is up.
I know you want to play till you're 45, but it doesn't look like you have enough to play into that time.
It's look like he regressed. He don't got the arm strength like he used to have. Would you rather face the 49ers in the AFC Championship game or Minnesota? Ooh. I'm honestly want to see the 49ers. I don't want to see the 49ers. I really don't. I take Minnesota. But if it comes to that, it'll be a good game between the Eagles and the 49ers. I can definitely tell you that. No, Vic said neither 49ers nor Vikings scare him. He's trying to get 8 rings. He don't need to get 8 rings. He need to go play with his damn kids. That's what he need to do. Speaking of Jalen Hurts, all the Jalen Hurts critics, has they been silenced now, Donte?
It should be, yeah. It should be. It should be. It should be silenced right now. He's definitely is doing his thing this year. He definitely is in the discussion for the MVP candidate. Whether if they give him the MVP candidate or not, we'll just find that out. But he definitely in that discussion for the MVP, man. Like I say, a lot of it, just like Tua, for this team to go to a Super Bowl, Jalen Hurts is going to be that guy that the Eagles is going to really look up to take them there. So he's got this team in a very good position. Awesome leader. Like I say, I'm a big fan of Jalen Hurts. I watched him in high school down here in Houston when he was really, really good. One of the top quarterback in high school. His father coached him. So like I say, we'll see what's going to happen. But right now, he's deserving to be in that MVP discussion. Whether if he win it or not, that remains to be seen. But I guess we'll see. We'll see at that point. But like I say, I'm not going to say I disagree with Vic on this one. I'm not going to say I'm not scared of the 49ers. 49ers is going to be a tough team. 49ers is going to be a tough team, tough out. The defense is going to be very, very scary. I'm not going to say, for me, I'm not going to say I'm going to avoid the 49ers. I would want to play the 49ers. I would want to see how my team is going to match up against them. That's a team I would want to, if I was an Eagles fan, I would want to play. So at the end of the day, the 49ers are scary, but I think the Eagles have the intangibles to beat them. I think they have the weapons to beat them. They have the quarterback that can beat them, but that team is a scary team to play. I will play. Of course, you want to play the Vikings. Of course, you want to play the Vikings. You already have success against them this year, but playoffs is a different mode. When you get in that playoffs, that's a different mode. But I'm gonna, if I was the Eagles, hey, 49ers team, that team is scary. That's something you got to watch out.
Let's go.
The way they're playing and that way that defense is, that's something you got to look at. You can't ignore that.
Jalen Hurts right now, he's 10th in passing, top 10 in passing, 3,157 yards. He's tied for 2. He's first when it comes to interceptions. He only thrown 3, and his QBR right now is 4th in the league, 70 point rushing touchdowns. He has 10. He is the first quarterback to go back-to-back seasons with 10 touchdowns. He is with Cam Newton. So if I get it, you got your Mahomes. I know what Patrick Mahomes can do with this team. We all know what Patrick Mahomes can do. But Jalen Hurts right now is the leading MVP for me. And I'm not being biased or a homer. I'm just telling it like it is. I know the Eagles is my squad, but I think Jalen Hurts is the MVP this year. I get Patrick Mahomes' numbers. I understand it. You take Patrick Mahomes away from Kansas City. What is Kansas City? I'm gonna do what Patrick Mahomes does. So I'm definitely taking Jalen Hurts right now. And
I mean,
analysts are starting to see that they're picking Jalen Hurts.
But like I say, my bad. I understand the Eagles are first in sacks, but the 49ers defense is really, really good too. So again, the Eagles doing their thing on defense without blitzing, but I'm not going to ignore the 49ers. I'm not going to ignore how good the 49ers are really, really are. But I'll say, if I was like, to be honest, I love Jalen Hurts. But like I said, he's in the MVP discussion. I'm not going to say he's leading because we all don't know who's leading it, the discussion. We all don't know who's leading the discussion. But if I had to take a franchise quarterback, I will take Patrick Mahomes over Hurts. But Hurts is doing really, really good. If he wins the MVP, he's definitely deserving to win the MVP. For the season he's having, the not making the turnovers, making the great decisions. He's been really, really good at that. He's been really, really good at that. And what people is gonna bring up, Patrick Mahomes has less weapons than Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts you gave him weapons. So a lot of people gonna bring that in. AJ Brown, you take AJ Brown away. You want to play the takeaway game. You take AJ Brown away. Can Jalen Hurts have the same season? Is he have? But like I said, I don't like the narrative because by taking people away, you take away every team's best player. Ain't no team is really, really good. So I don't like that narrative about if you take this person off the team or if you take AJ Brown off the team, they're not good. The fact that they need receivers. Every quarterback needs some type of receivers to be successful. Every quarterback kind of needed number one wide receiver. So I hate when people bring up the narrative. I see too many people bring that up. So like, I never bring it up and never see you bring it up. I never see a lot of people on our side bring it up, but I don't like when people use that narrative because you take away everybody best player, the team is not going to be the best. Every quarterback needs some type of weapons. And the argument for the MVP discussion with Patrick Mahomes, he doesn't have bigger weapons than Jalen Hurts. He's playing with less. Juju Smith-Schuster had 1,000-yard season. And look how he rejuvenated himself in Kansas City. You have a rookie in Sky Moore. You have Valdez-Scantling, who's an average receiver at best. So you have average receivers on that team, and he's still doing what he's doing. The team still is 9-4. But Jalen Hurts got A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Miles Sanders, the best offensive line in football. That's what people is going to take and factor that. Me, I'm not going to do that. He's balling no matter what receivers he have. He deserves the praise. He just deserves praise. You got to give him credit due. So what, he got A.J. Brown. So what, he got receivers. Every quarterback needs them. It is just some quarterback that has that M factor that are really, really good, like a Patrick Mahomes, a superstar talent that can make it work with anybody. Some quarterbacks just does have it. So I'm not going to sit there and not Jalen Hurts' performance because he has weapons. Every quarterback need weapons. The weapons can't throw the ball to themselves.
You know what narrative that I hate the most this year? Oh, the Eagles ain't play nobody. Oh, they got a soft schedule. Oh, this and that. Again, with this schedule bull crap, I understand. Maybe we all knew the Eagles was going to have an easy schedule because the analysts in the beginning of the year said it. This is who's going to have an easy schedule. This have a hard schedule. I don't care who on the schedule. You got to play who's on the schedule. And if you win, what you play to win. In the words of Herm Edwards, you play to win a game. Who cares who you playing on the schedule? You gotta beat who's on your schedule. Point blank, period. If Patrick Mahomes had the easiest schedule, would we be saying the same thing right now? If he's 12-1, will we be saying the same thing about Kansas City Chiefs? If Kansas City had the easiest schedule, but because it's Philadelphia, they got the easiest schedule. We getting all the hate.
Man, like I say, you play who you play. I've been said that from the start of the year. You play who you play. And Vic, to answer your question, I'm not gonna say that. That's just like if you asking me to take off AJ Brown off of the Eagles, how is Jalen Hurts gonna be? You're saying the question you ask yourself without Andy Reid, is Patrick Mahomes the same? I'm not gonna do that because that's just like you taking away Andy Reid and knocking his success. I'm not gonna do that. You take AJ Brown off the Eagles, is Jalen Hurts is the same person? I'm not gonna answer to go through with that logic. I'm not gonna do that. And I didn't. Patrick Mahomes has less weapons. He has average receivers. He doesn't have great receivers. That's the narrative. I'm not saying that for mine, but that's the narrative everybody take in consideration because of me. I'm not going to knock Hurts' success because he got weapons, but the Eagles receivers are better than Jalen Hurts. than Patrick Mahomes wide receivers. They are better. So that's what the voters and people gonna look at. They are better than his wide receivers, and he's still 9-4. That's what they're not gonna look at. But to answer that question, I'm not gonna say what is Patrick Mahomes without Andy Reid. I'm not gonna say that because that's just like you saying take away Andy Reid is Patrick Mahomes saying. I'm not gonna do that. The fact is Andy Reid is there. Patrick Mahomes is still winning with average wide receivers. And the Eagles receivers are better than the Kansas City Chiefs wide receivers. Tyreek Hill has Jalen Waddle on the team, which opening him up, and Mike Gesicki. But the Dolphins still have good receivers. So even Tyreek Hill doing what he done, but Jalen Waddle, Mike Gesicki, they're opening it up for him. Now you can't double Tyreek Hill. So I can't use that logic if if Patrick Mahomes, what he is without Andy Reid, would he still be the same? That's just like you saying take away Andy Reid. How is Patrick Mahomes there? I can't give you that logic. That's just like to me saying take away AJ Brown. How good can Jalen Hurts be? And we saw Jalen Hurts was not really that good last year without AJ Brown. He's even better with AJ Brown, but I'm not going to knock him because every team needs success. Every team needs success. I'm not going to knock him. Every team needs receivers. I'm not going to knock him on that.
He was like, I wouldn't say that age will eventually catch up to everyone. D-Hop is not excluded. Like he said, you the best receiver out here. That will never go no. What's going on, Brandon? Brandon bad. Vic says Andy Reid is a mastermind behind that offense. That's not the same thing.
But it's not the same without AJ Brown being on the Eagles. Hurts is not the same without AJ Brown being on the Eagles. But I'm not gonna knock Patrick Mahomes' success because he has Andy Reid. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna knock Jalen Hurts from not having AJ Brown. You're knocking Patrick Mahomes from having Andy Reid and saying basically the reason why Patrick Mahomes is great because of Andy Reid. I'm not gonna knock him doing that, and he's still 9-4 with with not so good wide receivers. If you're in the NFL, you can play. But the Eagles' weapons are better than Kansas City, and he's still in first place, which a lot of people did not pick Kansas City to be in first place anyway. So at the end of the day, I'm not going to knock it. I'm not going to knock him. Just like I won't knock A.J. Brown for being on the Eagles, and a lot of people, we already know how them Cowboys fans, reason why Jalen Hurts is good because of A.J. Brown. I'm not going to knock his success. Every quarterback needs the weapons. Both of the guys, Tyreek Hill and Patrick Mahomes are doing a fantastic job. They are great players without their respect, without each other. They're great players. We're finding that out this year. They're great. They can play in any system. They can play without each other.
That's a fact. The Lions has been playing great football. In the beginning of the season, I said the Lions would be 7-10, and I'm sure people looking at me like kids. They have 6 wins right now. Can they possibly go to the playoffs, Donte?
It's possible. They're 6-7 right now. Their schedule is very winnable. Their schedule is very winnable when you look at the rest of the Detroit Lions schedule. It is possible. It is very possible. And that was my upset pick of the week when I said that they were going to beat the Vikings, and they beat the Vikings. Jameson Williams has his first touchdown. Of the season. And DJ Chark played some hell of a football, man. This Sunday. And it's very possible, man. Jared Goff did great Sunday. They ran the ball very good. And Dan Campbell is a heck of a motivator. He's a heck of a coach, man. And I like the way these guys out here playing for Dan Campbell. It's absolutely a chance that they can still make it. They're in the hunt. It's absolutely a chance.
We and Donte predicted in the beginning of the season. We did have the Chargers number one in the AFC West. Didn't
I had them number 2. I had them number 2. I said 1. I said Raiders 1. I said Raiders 1, but I had the Chargers number 2. I knew I was right about the Chargers, but I was flat ass wrong about the Raiders. I was flat wrong about the Raiders. I eat my crow on that crap.
Yeah. Yeah, I just I had the Chargers. Donte had the Raiders. That completely botched that division. But let's go on here. everybody's new favorite segment here on the 7200 Second Podcast. You gotta find it. Can never be ready.
Oh, here we go. So y'all already know, man. Coach Donte will pick 5 of the top performances in the week, not just NFL, NBA, college football, NCAA basketball. Now, college football didn't play this week, so they're out. But I'm gonna go with NBA, NFL, NCAA women's basketball, and NCAA basketball. So I got my top 5 performances. You know what it's time for, Key? Handy dandy, the notebook. The notebook. Donte gotta have Coach Donte's gotta have the notebook. All right, so what happened? Oh, so we gotta go. Number 5, gotta show some love to Miles Sanders. How about that? Miles Sanders, gotta show him some love. How many years the Eagles haven't had a 1,000 running back? Ever had a 1,000 running back? How many years?
2014.
Since 2014. That is what it is, 2023, 2022, right? That is 8 years.
8 years.
8 years the Eagles haven't had a 1,000-yard running back. Miles Sanders this week, 17 carries, 144 yards, 2 tubs, ready to go. Miles Sanders. Clap it up for Miles. I'm gonna clap it up for Miles Sanders. I love him. Miles Sanders. I don't know if he's gonna get paid for the Eagles, but I know he would get paid for somebody else. I don't know if the Eagles are gonna pay him. But like I said, I think he would get paid for somebody else. But Miles Sanders at number 5. Number 4, if y'all don't watch college basketball, but I'm encourage y'all to go watch this because this guy could be coming out of the draft. He plays from Kentucky. He's the center from Kentucky. Oscar Tshiebwe, really, really good, man. Really, really good rebounder, one of the best rebounders in college men's basketball. 13 of 18, 12 rebounds, 28 points for Oscar Tshiebwe over the win against Yale. Kentucky beats Yale this coming week. Number 3, we're gonna go to NCAA women's basketball. And if you don't know, he's a center. He's a center. Oh my God, this is the second week in a row, and the Key know this woman very better. She's doing it very big. And you want to guess? Number 3? You want to guess who number 3 is, Key? I'll let you guess. Want to guess?
Is it Caitlin Clark again?
Yes, again. Triple double, a near triple double. I would say a near triple double. But if you want to know the stats, she went 11 for 26, 4 of 9 from the 3-point line, 10 rebounds, 9 assists, 32 points. Is Caitlin Clark? I call that girl the Steph Curry of the NCAA women's basketball. If y'all haven't watched, go watch Iowa. She plays for Iowa. Number 22, Caitlin Clark. She is good. I'm talking about we're moving without the basketball, getting her teammates involved, get rebounds, can shoot. She can shoot from Key House. She can shoot from my house to Key House right now. She can shoot from my house to Key House right now. That girl can shoot from the logo. She can shoot from half court with ease. And that ain't even a struggle how she shoots. Number 2, we got Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver from the Minnesota Vikings, a monster game in against Detroit. Yes, he didn't have a tub, but he had 11 catches for 223 yards. Justin Jefferson is out there doing it big. And number 1, we go to the NBA. We got this bad man, Joel Embiid, number 1, carrying the 76ers, man. 20 of 32, 2 of 3 from the 3-point line, 12 rebounds, and 53 points over the Charlotte Hornets, man. So give some credit to Embiid for making the number 1 spot on the Coach Donte list. So now you got Anthony Davis, Joel Embiid makes the number 1, and the Philadelphia people making the Philadelphia fans proud. So that is my top 5 coaches list of this week.
Yeah, the good list, Coach. And Caitlin Clark is leading the country for the women in points per game at 27 points per game for NCAA and women's. If y'all have not seen Caitlin Clark, I suggest y'all catch an Iowa game because that girl can shoot her behind off, and it's crazy. She can shoot from the logo. She can shoot. Yeah, she's for real the female version of Steph Curry.
She can shoot from my house to Key House right now. She can pull it from my house to Key House right now. That girl is good.
Joel Embiid wants his MVP this year. Damn it. dropping 50. Yeah, he dropped 53. They go up against the Kings tonight. I don't know if he can possibly drop another one. But they don't. The Kings don't have a big man that's going. Who is going?
They don't have a big man. Sabonis is
Joel.
their big man, but they don't have actually big man that can stop him.
He's not stopping Joel. He's not stopping the Joel. But it's that time. It's that time, and this is Don's favorite.
Hey, let's go! Come on, let's go. I love it. Love fact or fiction. My favorite segment.
I still gotta get some music for that. All right, y'all. We got fact or fiction time. So fact or fiction. We got the 49ers offense is better with Brock Purdy than Jimmy G.
Absolutely not. That is fiction.
Is it because is Brock Purdy right now just he's thrown in there and because of the weapon making him succeed right now, or will we not see Brock Purdy again after the injuries?
I just think Brock Purdy
After
is a
everybody comes
backup
back from
quarterback.
injury.
I think when Jimmy G is healthy, I think he's a starting quarterback. I just think Brock Purdy is a backup. And I just think, like I said, I'm not gonna say it's Kyle Shanahan. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not a big fan of just saying it's Kyle Shanahan. The quarterback got to go out there and play. The quarterback still got to go out there and play. That's just like saying take away Kyle Shanahan. And I'm not gonna use those type of narratives. I don't like those type of narratives like that. So I would not use those type of narratives. I'm not gonna take away what Brock Purdy did on the field on Sunday. He played a hell of a game. He was a game manager, threw for 185 yards, 2 touchdowns early. He did play great in the game, but I just believe he's a backup quarterback, and I gotta see him do it on a consistent basis. But right now, Jimmy Garoppolo, he wins games, and he wins games for the 49ers. So at the end of the day, I still think Jimmy Garoppolo is the best fit for this team. But I still think Trey Lance is going to be the quarterback. I'm not going to give up on Trey Lance just because everybody thinks he's not going to be a good player. I think he's going to be a solid player in this league. I'm not going to say he's going to be a great player. I think Trey Lance is going to be a solid player.
The Cowboys, that team in Dallas that they say is America's team, are overrated and got lucky that they beat the Texans. That fact or fiction?
Man, like I said, I'm gonna say a win is a win, man. A win is a win. If they got lucky, they got lucky. So, like I said, I'm not gonna take the credit from them. Our coaches kind of helped them on that drive. But like I say, they're always going to be overrated. So that's a fact. They're always going to be overrated until they win a playoff game. That's just plain and simple. They're always going to be overrated. They will be good in the regular season, but they won't be good and they will lose in the playoffs. So yes, I'm gonna say they're overrated, but I'm gonna give them credit with credit due. They won the game. They won the game Sunday. Our coaches made a horrible damn position, and yes, it took them 98 yards, and it just happened to be us. But Lovie Smith in the play calling was terrible. Was bad on that last possession. If you kick the field goal, you make them go down the field and score. Even if they do go down the field and score, we still have enough time to go get a game-winning field goal. Or if we get in the end zone, the game is over. If we get in the end zone on that play, the game is over. But again, yes, the Dallas Cowboys are very overrated. They're very overrated. They're good in the regular season, but they're not good in the playoffs.
I try to tell these delusional Dallas fans, talk to me when y'all win a playoff game. All right, Jared Goff will lead the Lions to the playoffs and will be the starter next year. Is that fact or fiction?
I think that's fiction. I don't think he will lead them to the playoffs. I think they have a chance to get in, but I don't think he will go to the. I don't think he will be. I don't think they will be in the playoffs. I don't think they will be in the playoffs. But as a starter next year, I think it's an opportunity. He has played really good for the Detroit Lions, so I would give him an outside shot of being a starter next year. So yes, I'm gonna go back on a starter, but I will go fiction. I don't think they will make the playoffs. I think they would just come up short.
Burns says, "Do you fire Lovie Smith this offseason?"
Yes, you clean house. That's what you do. You fire the whole staff, even the water boy, even the Chili's. You got to fire one of them.
What's going on, H-Town Cowboy? He said, "It's up, but this blasphemous out here."
Hey, he think it's blasphemy. Let him think that. They
All
gotta
right.
win a playoff game. It won't be.
Baker Mayfield will be a starter in 2023 with the Rams.
This is kind of tough one to have. I want to say yes because I think Matthew Stafford will be. I think he's got it says he's got a career-ending injury. It's a career-ending injury, pretty much. I'm gonna take a gamble. And say fact. I don't like just because of the injury, of Matthew Stafford, and they said it's career-threatening injury. I'm gonna go up gamble and say I will say that's facts, just because of the state of the injury. The injury is really bad. If it's career-ending, then the injury is really bad. So I'm gonna say yes based off that.
Yeah, he's gonna start again. He's gonna start again this week as well. So we'll see. I mean, he had that comeback win. He looked good with the little bit of playbook that he learned. He didn't do too bad for that comeback win against the Raiders. They have no draft capital to draft the QB.
They don't have no draft capital either. But just in state of the injury of Matthew Stafford, I'm gonna say yes. If they say it's career ending, it's a bad injury. It's really, really bad. So yeah, I'm gonna say yes. And that's a good point. That's a very good point.
Damian says Lovie Smith is not a bad coach. It's not fault. Davis Mills sucks and can't get help around him, so he has no wide receivers to throw to. I mean, that's not all.
That's some of that is true, but it's not all completely true. It's not completely. Davis Mills is not suck. He is an okay quarterback. He's an average quarterback. He's a backup. I'm gonna just say he's a backup. He's not sucks, but he's not the guy for the team. And Lovie Smith, like I say, you just clean house. We may not win another football game this year. You can't go along having one win and then expect to keep him down. You fire everybody. You start fresh. Get a new head coach in here. Get a younger head coach in here. Like a D'Amico Ryans from San Francisco, and that way they can choose their own quarterback. They can choose their own quarterback and their own players that they want around the organization. So yes, I disagree with that. You do blow it up, but Davis Mills is a backup. He can do some good. He has some sign where he can do some good things, but he's not going to be a great quarterback. He's going to be an okay quarterback, but he's going to be good enough for you to keep on a roster as a backup when you need to come in. I'm not going to say he sucks. And you just made my point. And you just made the point. He has no wide receivers. So you do got to give a quarterback somebody to throw to, right? So you just made a point out, Damien. You already got beat. You just made a point out. So how can you say a quarterback suck? He doesn't have a weapon. He doesn't have weapons. You making a good point. You're making an obvious point. Give him some weapons. Maybe he can do better. But again, he's also not that good quarterback. He's also not that great of a quarterback. He's a backup at the same time. So go ahead, Key. And they beat the Jaguars. Yeah, you're right, Burn. They beat the Jaguars.
We got 4 weeks of football left. I can't believe it. This time is fine. We was in the beginning of the season. We was like, yes, football's back. Now we like, oh no, it's almost over. We're in week 15. What's going on, Pinchman Sports?
Can baseball come back? 15? Can baseball hurry up and come back? I'm ready for that to come back.
Oh, baseball's right around the corner too. February catchers and pitchers go to Clearwater.
Yeah.
So week 15 is here. We got the Thursday night football game. We got the Seahawks and the 49ers. Are you going 49ers? Are we going 49ers?
Yeah, I'm going 49ers. I don't like the way the Seahawks been playing. Especially they lost against the Carolina Panthers, who struggling coming in the game at home. You can't lose that game at home. So yes, I'm going with the 49ers.
We got three games on Saturday. And if you go to my YouTube, go to my community tab, I did put these 3 games up that y'all want me to do. And I will do the one that y'all suggested. We got the 1:00 game on Saturday. We got the Colts and the Vikings.
Colts and the Vikings? Oh my good. Mm-hmm. Oh man, this is gonna be tough. But I'm gonna take the Vikings. I'm a gamble.
All right, and we got the AFC North matchup again. We got the Ravens and the Browns. Who you got? And I think Lamar is not going to be in this game.
I'm still taking the Ravens to win this game.
All right, and another division game, the AFC East, the Dolphins and the Bills. I think this might be the match of the week. I mean, the match of the slate on Saturday.
I'm going for the Bills to get their win back. Last time they played, Dolphins beat them. I'm going for the Bills to get the win back.
All right, and then we go into the Sunday games. Of course, we got the Eagles going up against the Bears. Damian did point this out to me earlier that the Bears are on the streak at home when it comes to beating the Eagles. Does that streak get broken Sunday?
Is Justin Fields playing?
Yes.
Well, it don't matter. I still take the Eagles. It won't matter. But I think it's gonna. I think it may be a closer game. I think it may be a closer game, but I still take the Eagles. I just don't see how Justin Fields win this game without Darnell Mooney and weapons. I just don't see how. With a bad offensive line, I just don't see how the Eagles win this game. I mean, the Bears win this game.
Justin Fields only needs 90 yards to have a yard rushing.
To have who?
As a quarterback.
1,000 yards.
1,000 yards rushing.
He would get him. He would get the 9. He will get it. He would get the 90 yards. He would get it.
He's at 905.
He would get it. He would get the 90 yards. Yep.
Right now, for rushing for a quarterback, he is top 10 in rushing. As a quarterback, that is sad.
That shows how bad the team really is. If you gotta take the ball and run all those times, that shows how bad your team really is. If you gotta run that much time in your offensive line, the offensive line is that bad. That shows how bad the team really is and how bad your offensive line is. If he gotta run the ball that much, if he gotta get more yards than a running back, if he gotta be the leading rusher on the team, that's bad. That's really bad.
Did you really just say Clay Claypool is going to light it up against Philly? Have you?
He might be trolling. He may be trolling.
I know.
May be trolling on that one.
Secondary, y'all gotta. In the words of Coach Donte, finding Nemo. Not finding Nemo. All right, so we all picking the Eagles. We got an NFC South division. We got the Falcons and the Saints. Desmond Ridder gets to start.
I want to pass on this game. I want to really pass on this game. I just don't know who to pick. I just don't know who I want to go with. Both of these teams are inconsistent. I guess I go with the Saints. They got a little bit of a better defense than the Falcons. I guess I'll take the Saints. I'll take the Saints.
I need the Saints to keep losing because we get the draft pick. I'm gonna go with Atlanta. I'm gonna go with Atlanta. We got the Lions and the Jets.
The Lions and the Jets. Ooh, that's gonna be a very solid game. Where the game is played at?
I believe it's in MetLife Stadium.
Damn. Jets are pretty good defensively. I'm gonna take the Jets. They're really good defensively. So I will take the Jets. They are very good defensively. I will take the Jets to slow down the Lions. I will take the Jets to slow down the Lions.
Oh, you got somebody on your side that became a sponsor, Victoria T.
Shout out to Victoria T for coming to sponsor.
What's going on, Robert? The hell, Donte is not a bad. What did he say? The line is not a bad problem. We have nobody. Okay. I think he meant.
I did say you had nobody to throw to, but the line is a problem. Obviously, if he got to run the ball consistently, it is a problem. It is absolutely a problem. Yes, it is. It is absolutely a problem. Y'all line ain't great.
We didn't say nothing about Lamar Jackson when he's throwing. Lamar Jackson has a line, but he runs first Q. So that's the difference between Justin Fields. Justin Fields wants to throw it. He ain't got nobody.
He wants to throw it. He wants to throw it. Yes, he wants to throw it. He don't have nobody to throw to, but his offensive line also ain't good either. His offensive line also not that really great either. They also sometimes that offensive line breaks down and forces him to run. He doesn't want to run, but it forces him to run up out of the pocket. Every quarterback wants to throw the football. Every quarterback is not going to sit up there and be a sitting duck in the pocket and let the pocket collapse and you expect them not to move. If the receivers ain't open in 3 seconds, if you like a Justin Fields or Lamar Jackson, you're gonna take off, or Josh Allen, you're gonna take off. You're not gonna just sit up, or Jalen Hurts, you're going to take off if your offensive line break. Does that mean they want to run the football? No, that doesn't mean they want to run it. But if they see a receiver open, sure, they're gonna get the ball to the receiver. Just like said earlier in the chat, A-Sound Cowboy. That's what this league is turning into, a scrambling quarterback. throughout these days in the NFL, scrambling quarterback, you're gonna need a scrambling quarterback because their mobility, their ability to move up out of the pocket and avoid pressure when the pressure is collapsing. Sometimes you're gonna need that, and that's what this league is turning in today. He doesn't want to run the ball, but sometimes he has to. Yes, it could be the receivers not open, but a lot of times too, it's the offensive line as well breaking down, and he has no choice but to run. He's not gonna just stand there.
Facts. You know what? I'm gonna go with the hot hand. I'm gonna go to Jet. I'm gonna go Lions here.
No,
Lions
I'm not mad at that. They hot too.
No, look. I mean, Mike White. I don't know if he's gonna be playing. Mike White took a beating last week. But I'm gonna go with the Jets. I just gonna go with the Lions. They a hot hand right now.
They high. I don't blame you for that, John. Lions can win that ball game. Lions can win that ball game. That's a tough matchup to call.
Yeah, we got the Steelers and the Panthers.
I'm gonna take the Steelers.
Yeah, I'm taking the Steelers as well. Jags and Cowboys.
You know what? Just after the performance that the Cowboys took, what made you think the Jaguars can't beat them? If we was 4 points close and it took them to stop us on the goal line just to go win the game, I'm gonna take the Jaguars. I think the Jaguars can beat the Cowboys. I think the Jaguars can beat them, but the Cowboys also can beat the Jags. But I think the Jaguars have a outside shot of beating the Cowboys the way the Dallas Cowboys played against us on Sunday.
And what's crazy last week,
and they beat the hell out of Tennessee. And Tennessee is fraudulent as hell in the division. They're fraudulent as hell. They got dog walk. So it's an opportunity that the Jaguars can beat them. That they can beat them. So I'm gonna piggyback out for the game that they played against us, and I'm gonna say the Jaguars could win that game.
You know what's funny? The Cowboys, they had the spread at 17 points.
Okay, hold on, time out. Cool. Again, I'm gonna get you right here. The Jaguars are a better team, right? They got more wins, but who's the Texans' only win come up against? Answer the question. And I'm answer the question. Jaguars are a better team than the Texans, right? But who do the Texans' only win come up against? You answer me that question. You answer that question. And nothing gonna be said after this. I want Koo to answer the question. I don't want nothing to say it. Koo, answer the question. Answer the question, Koo. The Jaguars are better. You just said the Jaguars are a better team than the Texans. Who the Texans only win come up against? But it gets you right here, Koo. Okay, Jaguars are better on paper because of the wins, not on the field. That's not how you judge a team is better. Jaguars are better on paper. They're better on the winning side, but they're not better when we play them. So your narrative is out the door. Oklahoma City is better in the Rockets and wins, but the Rockets are better on the court. That's not how you judge. That's not how you judge a team is better. So your narrative is done. Your narrative is done. Not everybody better than the Texans. You get my point? Well, you just said that you don't get my point because you just said the Jaguars are better than the Texans. You're going by the wins and you're going by what's on paper, but the Texans are the only team to beat the Jaguars. And the Thunder, you're going by the Thunder are better than the Rockets because they got the wins, but the Rockets actually beat them on when they're on the court. So your narrative is not false. Your narrative is false, sir. Your narrative is false.
If the Cowboys lose to the Jags, I'm sorry. Cowboys fans got humbled last week. They got humbled because I think they underestimated. I
told everybody our defense is competitive. It's really competitive. Our offense, if our offense scores 23 points a game, we are 7-4. We're 7-4. We're 7-4 if our offense scores over 23 points a game. We're 7-4. We had a lot of close losses early in the year.
That's true. Dog, let me see. You
said don't look at history of games. I am looking at history of games, and the Texans can beat the Jaguars. The Jaguars can beat the Texans have beaten the Jaguars a lot of times. And also the Jaguars, I'm not looking at, first of all, I look at what happened this year too. I don't care about no history. I look at what happened this year. I don't care about what happens in the past. I care about what happened this year. Last year, we beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. If you want to go in history, we did. We beat them both times. This year, we beat them again. We was the only win. So at the end of the day, you cannot really say the Texans or the Jaguars are better than the Texans because they got a better record and they're playing better. What happened the last time we were on the field? We beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. The last time the Texans played the Cowboys prior to this game, the Texans got a win against the Cowboys. But this year, I'm looking forward this year. The Cowboys were slightly a better team than the Texans when we actually played. So I don't look at history like that. I don't go way back off of that. That's over. I'm looking at now. I'm off now. But if you want to go back in history, we can definitely do that because we got the Jaguars twice. We got the Jaguars twice last year. And we beat them this year, which was our only win.
Y'all tired with the Colts. Y'all lost to the Broncos 16-9.
Just because we're 1-11, you want to say the Jaguars are better. But if you look at on the field, we beat the Jaguars, so we are a better team than the Jaguars. You want to say the Jaguars are only better because they're better. They got more wins than the Rockets. On the field, the Texans are a better football team for right now on the field. When we actually on the field.
So the Texans lost to the Bears by 3. Y'all lost to the Chargers by 10. The Jags, the first time y'all played them 13-6. Y'all lost to the Raiders.
They couldn't even score double digits. They couldn't even score double-digit points when we played.
I mean, y'all beat the Jags 13-6. Then the Raiders 38-20. The Titans
they got out of hand in the fourth quarter.
The Eagles 29-17. The
Played
Giants 16-24. The Commanders 23-10.
The only real. Y'all go ahead, keep going.
Miami 30-15. Then y'all 27-14, and then the Cowboys 27-23.
Now, if you look at what Key read, our offense wasn't great on most of those games. Our offense wasn't even good. The game we beat the Jaguars in, our offense was trash as well. So if we scored 23 points a game, or over 20 points a game, we have a winning record. The way our defense actually plays.
All right. So you said you're taking the Jags?
Yes, I'm taking the Jaguars based off us being with the Cowboys. I think the Jags are a better team offensively than we are. I think they can go in and I think they can, whatever they are, I think they can beat them. I think they can beat the Cowboys. They have a shot of beating the Cowboys, but I'm gonna take the Jaguars to win that game.
I'm gonna say Cowboys, but I pray I'm wrong. How about that? We got the Chiefs and the Texans. We all know the Chiefs going to beat the Texans.
Yo, the Chiefs going to win. The Chiefs are going to win, but we're going to find a way to try to keep it close. We're going to find a way.
We got the Cardinals and the Broncos. I don't know if Russell's going to be back. He's in protocol. I'm not sure. But Colt McCoy's team, and then Russell if he's healthy.
I'm gonna go Broncos. I don't care. I'm gonna go Broncos.
I mean, Jerry Jeudy was playing lights out though. Patriots and the Raiders.
I'm not picking the Raiders no more. I'm taking the Patriots. I'm not picking the Raiders no more. I'm not picking them no more. I'm not picking the Raiders no more. I'm going with the Patriots. I'm picking them no more.
New England's defense is I think is slightly better than the Raiders defense anyway.
Yeah, I'm not picking the Raiders no more.
Judon is leading the league in sacks with 14. Got the Chargers up against Tennessee. Both 7-6 teams.
Chargers versus Tennessee. I'm going with the Chargers. I'm taking the Chargers. Tennessee is fraudulent.
We got the Bengals in Tampa Bay.
I'm taking the Bengals.
And we got the 7-5-1 Commanders against the 7-5 Giants. Last time they played this game, it was a damn tie. Who wins this game?
I'm going with the Washington Commanders.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Commanders too. And then we got the Monday night. We got the Rams and the Packers.
Oh, man, we got too many stinkers. I'm taking the Rams to build off the momentum.
I think Baker Mayfield can beat the Packers. So I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna go with the Rams. Damian.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
Let's tie again. We're not gonna get 2 ties. But there is your picks and predictions for week 15. Now, before we move into topics real quick, a little fun little thing we got, I came up with. So we're gonna go through which brother is better. I got 5 sets of brothers in the NFL right now, and y'all pick who's better. So we're gonna go with the Kelsey brothers. We got Jason and Travis. Now both got a Super Bowl ring. Both are gonna be Hall of Famers when it's all said and done. But who's the better brother?
One of them plays on the offensive line and one of them plays a tight end. It's obvious that you're gonna go with Travis Kelsey because he's a tight end. He has more production, but Kelsey has been very good on the offensive line for so long. So it's obvious you got to go with Travis Kelsey because he has more production. He obviously has more production than the other Kelsey brother.
This next set of brothers might be fun because I think they, both play their roles in their respective teams. But we gotta go with the St. Brown brothers. We got EQ over there with the Bears, or you got Armora with the
I'm
Lions.
going with Amon-Ra St. Brown. Amon-Ra St. Brown is way better. It's not even close. It's not even a close matchup. Amon-Ra St. Brown is way better. It's not even close. You talking about Equanimeous St. Brown over there with the Bears? Yeah, it's not even close. That's not even a discussion they need to have.
Yo, he's I like him though. Good young kid. Yo, over there with the Lions. He's beasting over there with the Lions.
It's not even a close discussion.
All right, so this one might get a little crazy because one's on defense and one's on offense. We got the Diggs brothers. We got Stephon Diggs with the Bills, and we got Trayvon Diggs with the Cowboys. So who's the better Diggs brother?
Stephon Diggs.
I knew you was gonna say that.
Yep.
Who's the brother Cook brother out of Dalvin or James?
It's not even a close answer to even have. Dalvin Cook is way better. Way so far better. But I think James Cook can reach his ceiling though. If he gets enough reps, if he becomes the main back of the Buffalo Bills, I think he can surpass James Cook. Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook has really been injury hit too as well. So James Cook will have an opportunity. But right now, for the success, I'm gonna have to go with Dalvin Cook.
But that's the thing with the Bills. Like they don't like to use their running.
They don't use them. Their running backs are actually good. They don't use them a lot.
That's the only downfall to the Bills. They're not a running team at all. They cater around Josh Allen.
Yeah, that's it. That's the problem. It ain't that the running backs are bad or they need running backs. It's just they don't use them a lot. They don't use them. But when they actually do use them, they're actually good.
And the last brother team tandem, we got the Watt brothers. I didn't add Derek in this conversation because Derek he's a fullback, and fullbacks don't get no love like that. So we're gonna go with JJ or TJ. Who's the better Watt?
Right now, TJ Watt is better. I'm gonna go with TJ Watt is better. If you want to go career-wise, JJ Watt is by far better. But I'm gonna go right now, TJ Watt is better. TJ Watt is the better brother.
And those brothers are very fun to watch, especially JJ. When JJ is healthy, JJ can still do some damage, but TJ is a different monster. So that is your NFL, ladies and gentlemen. So we're gonna go swing things over right to the NBA. The NBA has names for trophies now. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yep, I seen it. Yep.
I don't like the trophy for the MVP. It just looks weird. If y'all can see that, that's what it looks like.
That's the Michael Jordan one.
That's the Michael Jordan MVP trophy. So they're naming the MVP trophy after Mike. They also are naming Defensive Player of the Year after Hakeem Olajuwon.
Yes, sir.
So the Rookie of the Year is trophy is going to be Wilt Chamberlain. For your Sixth Man of the Year, it's going to be John Havlicek. And for Most Improved is George Mikan. Mikan. So they're both. So those are your awards for the awards after postseason, and they're also going to give they got an award for the best team record, so they're going to be doing that this year. So Burns said the NBA falling off at this point. Cade Cunningham, he's done for the season. Is it now time for everybody to be looking at Jalen Ivey?
It's been time to look at him. I want a lot of people before the draft. This guy's coming. This guy's really, really good. He was the best. He was the most athletic player coming out of this draft this year, out of Purdue. And I still think that backcourt is going to get scary. Once Cade Cunningham get back in the fold and get back next year, he's gonna have a full off season. He's gonna be ready by training camp. So it's good that he's getting the surgery now. He's gonna be ready by training camp. And Jaden Ivey, I'm telling you, that guy's really good. Like I say, I got him on my fantasy team, and I got a young fantasy team. I got a young team on fantasy. So again, Jaden Ivey has been here, and at the end of the day, it's gonna be a scary backcourt once Cade Cunningham get back to his regular form.
All right. Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown has been lights out for the Boston Celtics. Are they the best duo? And if they're not, who is?
Are they the best duo? As of right now, yes. Klay Thompson is, I believe he's hurt, if I'm not mistaken. He's been out. They have that backcourt from Golden State hasn't been look the same for a little bit. So who is the hottest duo? Chris Paul has been out. Chris Paul has been out for a while. Who's been the hottest duo? Who's been the hottest duo besides Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum? So that's the obvious choice. That's the obvious choice right there. Anthony Simons and Damian Lillard, that look like a pretty solid backcourt in Portland near future right there. But I'm gonna take Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum. They are really, really good scorers, man. They're really, really good players. So yes, ain't nobody else that you really could take besides them two.
How good is the Pelicans right now? What's the reason to their success right now?
Zion Williamson being on the floor. Zion Williamson being on the floor is a really good key. And Alvarado has been really, really good. Trent Murphy is getting some playing time, can shoot the basketball, and they have a rookie, a very good rookie in Dyson Daniels, who's been giving them minutes. And KD and Kyrie, they're getting up in the form. But the reason I'm not going with them because I want to see Kyrie play more consistent on the basketball court. He can check out at any time, so I don't really trust that right there. But they have been really good, and the Brooklyn Nets have been a really good team lately. So you got to give them credit for that. But like I say again, I would say Jalen Brown and Tatum is the hottest duo right now. But that crew right there is not far off right there. That's not. I don't disagree with you on that. I do agree with you, but I want to see Kyrie Irving play more and more throughout the whole season. But the Pelicans, I don't believe they will stay in first place throughout the whole year. I believe a team will get hot and catch them, but they obviously going to make the playoffs. And I really like that young core. And Willie Green, give Coach Willie Green some credit. He has been really, really good to that team. Young players. CJ McCollum has been really set a good fiddle to the team. And Herbert Jones, a second team all defender, rookie defender last year, is stepping up and playing some good minutes for them too as well. So yeah, give them the credit, man.
Would you throw Anthony Davis and LeBron in right now as a duo?
I gotta see them stay on the court. They can lead the court at any type of time. That's why they can lead the court at any type of time. That's why I don't trust that. But Anthony Davis right now is a top five player in this league. He's a top 5 player in this league. And when he's healthy, I think he's the best power forward in the game. I don't look at Anthony Davis as center. I look at him as a power forward, but right now, dude, that he plays center. I think he's the best when he's healthy. I think he's the top center, probably the top center in the game. I know you're going to give it to Jokic because he does more things, but as far as defense scoring, Anthony Davis can fill it up. Anthony Davis can fill it up if he's healthy. Right now, Anthony Davis, you got to get credit, dude. He's a top 5 player in this league, and he's been playing. He's been on the court. He's been really, really on the court. So, again, got to give it to Anthony Davis.
Speaking of the Lakers, how valuable is Austin Reeves to this Laker team?
Very valuable. He's very valuable. Shoot, play defense, play hard every step of the way. Make some big shots on this team. He's a big part of the Lakers' success right now.
Yeah, especially when he played against the Sixers. He had about at least 20, 23, 25 points coming off the bench. But the Lakers just ran out of gas that game because when overtime came, I knew they wasn't going to, but it shouldn't even came down to that. If y'all seen my reaction, this is short. It's on YouTube. But that is your NBA right now. I know you have some games going on right now. Moving on to baseball because there's been a lot of moves in the baseball right now. We had a 3-way trade yesterday. Sean Murphy goes to Atlanta. What they gonna do with Travis d'Arnaud?
Travis d'Arnaud, I mean, like I said again, Travis d'Arnaud is a little older, But you, like I say, just like the Freddie Freeman and the Matt Olson, you got a younger first baseman. You got a better and a younger first baseman. Same thing with the catcher position. You got a better and younger Sean Murphy who gives you power and who can also, he's also lethal in throwing out guys. So you're swapping a younger catcher for an older catcher and upgrade. That's pretty much an upgrade. And you're going to have them some quite a time. So I like what the Braves doing. And I think that NL East is wide open for anyone to win. All three of those teams, any three of those teams can win it. All three of those teams got better. You just got to give it to them. All three of those teams got better.
And then William Contreras to the Milwaukee.
That's going to help out Milwaukee. That's going to help. I think Wilson Contreras is the better brother. Wilson Contreras is by far the better Wilson brother, but I think that's going to give him some stability at catching. He's not as good as Sean Murphy at the catching position.
All right. Then you got Chris Bassett to Toronto. You got Senga signs a deal with the Mets. The Mets is just replacing pitchers.
They spending money. They out there giving away money. They out there giving away money. They got two good pitch. They got Verlander. They got what's that dude name? I can't even say his name again.
What, Senga?
Senga. I'm gonna call him Senga then. I'm gonna call him Senga. So they got two good pitchers. They got Senga. They signed Brandon Nimmo back, which is that guy because I thought the Astro star was a star right there, but I saw it as a bet at the last minute, so you kind of got me on that one. But they did some good signings, man. That's some good signing. They got the pitching help. Now you're not gonna place a younger Jacob deGrom. That's why if I'm the Phillies, it's still a concern. Justin Verlander is going to be on 40 years old, but I'd rather face an older Verlander than a younger Jacob deGrom. So, like I say, I like what the Mets are doing, but they're gonna always find a way to come back to the old New York Mets. They're gonna always find a way to do that.
Christian Vasquez to Minnesota for 3 years.
Bye.
Oh, it's 5? Oh, I thought it was 3.
Bye. You can go. You join your World Series. Go to Minnesota. Bye. You'll be good. We'll bring Corey Lee or Yandy Diaz up. We'll bring them up, and we still be good. Bye. Enjoy your Enjoy your World Series.
That was the pitcher, right?
Nah, that was the catcher that we got.
Okay.
Boston. Bye.
So we all seen that San Diego got Xander Bogaerts, and that was a hell of a contract that they got because they knew they couldn't get Judge, so they had to go with somebody. So you got with San Diego in that lineup, you got Manny Machado at third. You have Tatis. Now, does this force him to go to the outfield now that they got Bogaerts, and then you got Ron Soto? So how does Xander fit in with that Padres team?
I think he fits perfectly for the Padres. I know a lot of people are going to look at it in like 11 years and $280 million is overpaid. But you look at his production over the years, career 292 batting average. He had 307 last year. So you're getting a very consistent 300 batting average, and you getting 15 to 17 home runs. So I think he fits perfectly in that lineup. Think about it. You getting Fernando Tatis back. You get Manny Machado, and you got Juan Soto a part of that lineup. You think Xander Bogaerts don't even have to have the biggest year. You don't even have to have the biggest year, and they still will be productive. I think this team took a big step up. I still think the pitching is a little bit off suspect. No, Blake Snell hasn't been the same since the Cy Young award-winning days. You got Joe Musgrove, who's been here and there, and Clevenger, who could be solid. But I really like this lineup. Now a legit chance that they can overcome and beat the Dodgers for the division. That's a legit chance. The Dodgers lost Trey Turner. They lost Trey Turner. They might lose Justin Turner. They got Kershaw back. Hey, I'm telling you, that Padres team might have an outside shot to win the division. They might have an outside shot to win the division.
Yeah, that's going to be a dangerous lineup. But I just feel like Soto can't play right field to save his life, because when he played the series against the Phillies, it seemed like he couldn't catch nothing. He couldn't catch nothing. Stuff was going over his head. He was over playing the ball. I don't know. I just found that funny. Who won this offseason?
Who won this offseason? You know what? I'm going to say the Phillies won it. Trey Turner was the biggest move. I think Trey Turner fit perfectly in the lineup for the Philadelphia Phillies. I know just because the Mets spent money, they got more people, they got more people, they spent money, but sometimes spending money and sometimes getting more people doesn't mean you won the trade. You won in the offseason. Trey Turner is a big bat to have in that lineup for the Philadelphia Phillies. So I'm gonna say the Phillies won the offseason. So winning the offseason so far. I think the Phillies, and they got Taijuan Walker too as a pitcher, I believe. Taijuan Walker is a very serviceable pitcher. So again, that helps. I know you can look at Jacob DeGrom going to Texas. That's a pretty good move. I would say they second fiddle right there. And if you want to say the Mets, you can say them. But like I say, Padres got better. The Atlanta Braves got better with Sean Murphy. They may the Atlanta Braves may lose Dansby Swanson. At this time. But at the end of the day, all three teams got better. But I'm gonna say the Phillies with Taijuan Walker and with Trey Turner. I believe that they done enough for me to pick them as a winner.
Yeah, most definitely. Those Phillies been out and spending some money. They still trying to be in that they still trying to get back to the World Series. They they smelled it. They was there. They was short. So they be trying to get there again. But Trey Turner definitely was the icing on the cake.
Yep. So now
he fits right, and he fits right there with Philly.
He wanted to beat out. So at the end of the day, when you got a player that want to beat out, we got a team that went out and got him and wanted him to beat out. That speaks more. So now with Trey Turner, there's no excuses for the Philadelphia Phillies. They got it. Their goal. They got to the World Series. Their goal is to go back and get the job done. Anything short of the World Series, disappointed for the Phillies. Anything short of that, disappointed. They got to get that. They got to get back.
They definitely do. But there is your MLB portion. Who are you excited to see, Donte? Like when baseball comes, like who you excited for?
You know what? I'm excited. I'm gonna be excited to see. I'm gonna be excited to see the Atlanta Braves. I'm gonna be excited to see the Atlanta Braves this year. How they react with Sean Murphy in the lineup at the catching position. Ronald Acuna Jr., Ozzie Albies, all of them, Matt Olson, all of those guys. And another interesting thing I want to see for here on out what the Dodgers are gonna do. They lost Trey Turner. They lost Cody Bellinger as well. They lost him to the Cubs. They may lose Justin Turner, who's in the hoops with the Cubs and Marlins, I believe. Last time I checked, it's going to be interesting. Can they still compete from the NL West? Can they still compete? Will they still be there? Obviously, you're going to probably pick them to be the front runners until somebody can beat them. That's my interest in going into baseball season. Carlos Rodon is still out there. The Yankees are talking with him. They have the money to get Carlos Rodon, so they can very much come up with him. So at the end of the day, that's what I'm looking. That's what I'll be looking for to do during the season.
I wonder if Philly takes a splash and try to go after someone else. I know we still need another pitcher in the rotation. They're thinking about calling up Andrew Painter, might be in the rotation next year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I know they didn't go over the luxury tax, and I don't know if they want to, but I don't know. They said that last year they wasn't going to go over, and what happened? We got Castellanos and Swerver. So I don't know. Dave might take a shot and go over the luxury tax to get maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know who's left in starting this pitcher besides Rodon, and I don't know if he wants to pay that much for him. So I don't know exactly who is out there that's left for starting pitching. But definitely no, we'll see.
As long as you don't call up Mark Capel, as long as you don't call him up.
Oh God, no. So we got the college person that's left, and I'm just throwing all of the college topics in there. The basketball, baseball, football. So Coach Prime, we all know he took the move and he went to Colorado again. He grabs another top recruit, another 4-star running back from Kansas who was supposed to go to Notre Dame, but he decommitted. He's going to Orlando, Colorado with Coach Prime. What does that still say about Deion Sanders right now?
Oh my! I'm telling you, man, that guy is coming. Coach Prime, telling y'all, watch out. This guy, it's gonna be a lot of 5-star and 4-star he's gonna get. It's gonna be a lot of 5 stars and 4-star, and you see it's already happened. When you got 4 stars and 5 stars leaving Alabama to try to come over to Colorado. I'm telling you. I'm not saying next year he will be in the college football playoff. I'm going to say the very next year, the next year after, he may be contending for a college football playoff. I know he's going to be in the Pac-12. I know, but you're going to have 5 stars want to come down play. You're going to have guys entering the transfer portal, wanting to come there and play for him. His team is going to get deep. And I'm telling you, Coach Prime is going to change this organization around. I'm really telling y'all this. Watch Coach Prime, and like he said in the group chat, he's already getting started. He's not done yet. He's getting started. That soup, that potion medicine, he's stirring it around right now, and hey, he's going after it. And the players want to go play for him too as well. They want to go play for him, and also he's going to go get his recruits that he wants, and most of them is going to be 5 stars and 4 stars, and that's taken away from Alabama. That's taken away from the Clemsons. That's taken away from the Texas Longhorns, the Georgias. That's competing with Kirby Smart them. So, hey, Coach Prime is coming. Coach Prime is here. He's not coming. He's already here. Coach Prime is in the building. And he gonna let you know how he feel. He gonna let you know how he ain't gonna be afraid to tell you. He gonna tell you in a quick minute, hey, you gonna hit that portal because I'm bringing some guys in here. And the discipline is gonna be better. Discipline is gonna be better. And he will not play no games with you. Coach Prime is going to let you know he will not have that. The team is going to be well disciplined. And because he said it in his press conference. They don't say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir. Then you're going to have to deal with me. And what he's actually said in the press conference, he said it in his first press conference. So he don't play.
Definitely. He went to the Colorado basketball game, and the whole crowd was going crazy. The whole crowd was.
They weren't going that crazy.
No,
they weren't going crazy.
Yes, the whole crowd stopped. The crowd stopped. Let him go to his seat. Went to his seat. The whole crowd was chanting Prime.
Yep.
So, but Deion's a humble dude. He'll talk to you, the fans. He's going in places in Colorado. Like, they are welcoming him and loving him. They know what he's going to do with the program, and the people who don't want to be there. What do you tell them? That hit that portal, or you will not be. You ain't gonna be playing. I'm telling you. If you don't want to be there, you're not gonna be playing. You're not gonna be playing for Coach Prime. He gonna really let you know his daughter is playing basketball for Colorado. He got his son, he got his daughter's gonna play basketball from Colorado, and the seats are going to be filled. The seats are going to be filled, and you're going to get a lot of TV time for Colorado. I think his daughter does track. I think she might do basketball too. I'm not sure, but
she do basketball too. I think she does track, like you said. She does track, but she does basketball too. He said in the press conference she's going to play basketball for the school too.
Yeah, Shiloh's the only one that's staying in Jackson.
Yeah, staying in Jackson State.
Shador is moving up over there with him. So, the Heisman. We all know Caleb Williams won the Heisman. We know it was Caleb Williams, Stetson Bennett. We had Max Duggan and CJ Stroud. Did they get it right?
I think they got it right. I think he was the obvious choice. I think he was the obvious choice to win. Like I said, I didn't think that game against Utah that he lost took a toll on him. He was also hurt out with a hamstring injury. He wasn't out, but he played throughout the whole game with the hamstring injury too. So yeah, I think they did the right decision. If they would have went with Max Duggan as well, I wouldn't have been upset either. At that. But Caleb Williams definitely deserved it. He definitely had a very solid year. He definitely put USC back on the map. Him and Lincoln Riley. So he definitely deserved it. I think that was the right choice.
And he's only a sophomore. So we still get to see maybe one more year, or do he stay in college all 4 years? We rarely see any players that's elite like that stay all 4 years in college.
Yeah, you're gonna see one more year. You're gonna see next year, and he will come out.
All right, so we going into some ladies. Oh no, we already know who the best women's player is in the country. So we're gonna go. It's Caitlin Clark. So we're gonna switch it over to the men. Who is the best men's college basketball player right now in the country?
The best men basketball player in the country. You can go a lot of different ways. Uh, you can go either, like I say, Oscar Tshiebwe from Kentucky has an impact on this team, and also you can go with Zach Edey out of Purdue. Man, if you haven't seen this big 7-foot dude that's like Yao Ming out there, dunking all over people, just getting the rebound, and just posting up. Zach Edey is pretty solid. Pretty solid. So for us in college, you want to go Oscar Tshiebwe, and pretty much you got Zach Edey out there.
All right, so we're gonna switch it over. We're gonna talk about the ladies real quick. We all know the Huskies, Connecticut, is always dominant when it comes to the women's side of the basketball, but right now they struggling a little bit. Can they still get in title contention, you think?
Of course, it's Gino Auriemma, and it's Gino Auriemma, and this team is gonna always find a way to be very good. He got some Paige Becker's out too, so let's not. She's out. She tore her ACL, I believe, in training and early out in the off season. She tore her ACL up too, so that's the second time she actually tore her ACL up. She got hurt. So Paige Becker's is really, really good. Also, I was gonna put this girl on my list as well, but I was like, let me go and throw Caitlin Clark back on here. But I might consider her next week. Aaliyah, her name, I forgot. She played from Connecticut. I know her first name is Aaliyah. I keep forgetting her last name, but she plays for Connecticut. She plays for the Connecticut Huskies. She's pretty good. She's really pretty good. And it's another girl on that team. I keep forgetting these girls' name, but they're pretty good. A power forward and a small forward. They're pretty good. So again,
Can you explain this to me? It makes no sense. So I'm looking at the rankings here for college women's, right? Number 21 is Arkansas. Can you guess what their record is?
You talking about Arkansas?
Yeah, the girls basketball.
It's a losing record, right?
No, they're 12-0.
Ooh, okay.
And they're 21. How? How is a 12-1 team ranked 21?
That's crazy. Is they the only undefeated squad?
No. South Carolina's 9-0.
Okay. You gotta assume
Stanford's 10-1, and they're 2. Ohio State is 10-0, and they're 3. And Iowa, I'm sorry, that's Indiana. Is that Indiana? Yeah, Indiana's 4, and they're 10-0. Notre Dame's 5, and they 8-1, and Virginia Tech is 10-0, and they're 6. LSU is 11, and they're 9-1. Utah is 8-0, and they're 13th. But 12-0, and you're ranked 21. I
don't know how, but if you put them up against a better team, I believe that the results will be pretty significant. These rankings, it really don't make any type of sense. Well, Connecticut, they're 6-2. They did get beat by very good Maryland team who has Diamond Miller and Sky on that team, who's really good. Aaliyah Edwards from UConn. She's really, really good. I was gonna put her on my list, but I said I can't ignore Caitlin Clark, almost near triple-double. So her name is Aaliyah Edwards. And Aubrey Griffin. The two forwards are really, really good from UConn.
I was looking through that, and that was just mind-boggling. I'm like 12-0, and y'all ranked 21. That makes absolutely no sense. Absolutely no sense. So what's going on with North Carolina, Donte? Why are they struggling? Are they missing Rory Williams that bad?
No, they made it to the national championship with Hubert Davis last year. They got hot in the NCAA tournament. I just think, man, like I say, man, the teams are when you're the number one team in the country, you're gonna have every team playing hard. And Caleb Love, he's a ball dominant guy. They got one of the best centers in the country too, in Armando Bangkok. This year, they got a very good experienced team. But teams have been playing better basketball, outplaying them. They don't play great defense. They don't do a good job of keeping their man in front of them. So that's the result of what's going on right now. They're getting outscored and they're just getting outplayed.
So right now for the men's side, Purdue's number one, they're 10-0. Virginia's number two, they're 8-0. You got UConn 11-0, they're 3. What is this? What's the coach name over there for Connecticut? He used to play for the Kevin Ollie.
Kevin Ollie,
He
yeah,
used
he
to
used to
play
play
for
for
Sixers.
the
Kevin Ollie.
Yep.
Alabama's 4-8-1. Houston. What's going on, Daniel? Houston is number 5. They're 9-1. Tennessee, they're up there 9-1 as well. Number 6. Texas is number 7. Kansas State. Kansas is 8. Arizona's 9, and 10 is Arkansas. So for Arkansas, their men's and women's is pretty good.
Yep.
Duke is 12 at 10-2. And then you got Virginia Tech and Miami. They're at the bottom of the list, but they're 10-1. So I just don't understand these rankings. You would think it goes by their record, but apparently college basketball don't look at that.
Yeah, I told you it don't go by record. They consider it goes by who you playing, your strength of schedule, and can you beat the team? Can you beat the team if you put up against them? That's what college goes by all the time. They don't go by the record. They just go by the team you played, and who you and can you beat this team? If you was to put them on the court, can you beat that team? Can you do this? And they go by the strength of schedule and who you played.
Yeah, so that's the only thing about college we don't like is because they do it in football too. They, they got committees that look at these things right now. But let me see anything.
A lot of that time, but when you think about it, if you look at it, it's true. People can't get too mad at it because you've seen Cincinnati. They got thumped by Alabama. When you actually put them against somebody really, really good and great, they got thumped. They got really, really thumped. But also it can kind of fool you because you've seen a lot of small schools beat a lot of good schools, beat a lot of Power 5 schools. So, but also when you're talking about Cincinnati, when you're talking about Cincinnati playing in the USA Conference, and then they get to the playoffs, when they play against Alabama, they got thumped like they weren't even supposed to beat out, like they don't even deserve to beat out. So I see what it's saying about strength of schedule and who did you play when you actually play against somebody that's really, really good. Player really, that's potential there can be better than you. Can you handle that? And like I said, I see why they do that. I do see why they do that at the same time.
All right, so who's a surprise team right now in college right now? Who should everybody be looking at right now?
Somebody in men's,
men or women, don't matter.
Oh, who should everybody be looking at? Like I say, in men, you got to look at the way Arizona is. You gotta look at the Arizona Wildcats. They're really, really good. They got 2 good big men in the paint. They got 2 good big men in the paint. They got a guard in Courtney Rainey. Rainey, who's really good, who's a transfer from Texas. And they got one of the best shooter in the country in Kerr Creason as well for Arizona. And you want to look out for the women's side of things. You want to look out for the Tennessee Lady Vols as well. They could be pretty scary in the conference. Jordan Horston is back off of her injury. She looks pretty good. I don't know if she's a senior or anything. She may come out in the draft, but she's pretty good. They got Sarah Puckett who can shoot from the outside as well. They got some pretty good talent. They got a great big man who can block every shot in the world up out of there. So look out for Tennessee. Look out for Tennessee and Arizona, and on the men's side, Arizona, and you got Tennessee for the women's side.
All right. And that is your college. But 2 things I wanted to say. Hold on. Looking at right now. We did witness Crawford beat his fight this past weekend. But your next up and coming big fight really is going to be Lopez versus Tank Davis. Your thoughts on that fight?
I think Tank Davis is gonna beat him. I think Tank Davis will beat Teofimo Lopez. I think Tank Davis has the power to knock him out. I think he has the power to knock him out. I think if you want Tank Davis to box and go go 12 rounds. I think he's in shape enough to do that as well, which is he did show against Isaiah Pitbull Cruz. Teofimo Lopez, yeah, he got to win, but Teofimo Lopez, hey, you could say he got beat in that fight too. You can say he got beat in that fight. He got that dude really handled Teofimo Lopez really good. That's why it was a legit argument after the fight. After the fight, they were going back and forth. He made him got beat in that fight, but at the end of the day, a win is a win. But I got Tank Davis winning that fight.
All right, that's definitely going to be a good one. Who you want to see that should have, who do you want to see fight? Like who do you want to see fight dog on it? But I know the big one we all want to see, he ain't going up against Spence. So who do you want to see?
Yeah, we all can say Terrence Crawford don't want to fight Spence. He's finding excuses not to fight Errol Spence, and Errol Spence want to fight. He actually want to fight. So we can all say Terrence Crawford as of right now is kind of ducking Errol Spence. But when Errol Spence goes up, now people are gonna say he's ducking Terrence Crawford. If he decides to go up, probably to 160, because he just wanted he want to go up to 160, but he's trying to get undisputed first. And Terrence Crawford making excuses on trying not to fight him and holding up the fight when Errol Spence is calling this man out and Terrence Crawford don't want to fight. So the next fight I want to see, I kind of want to see Jaron Boots Ennis kind of fight Keith Thurman, or I want to see him fight Terrence Crawford. I want to see him go up against Terrence Crawford. Let's see, can Terrence Crawford fight him? But I would love to see a Boots Ennis and a Terrence Crawford fight, or a Boots Ennis and a Errol Spence fight. Because I believe Boots Ennis I think Crawford has got to fight a mandatory, or Boots Ennis will move up to be his mandatory. And I don't know if he fight Boots Ennis. To be honest, I don't know if he fight him. He won't fight Terrence Crawford. I don't know if he fight him. I could question if he's going to fight him, but I know he don't want to fight Errol Spence. No, he don't want to fight Errol Spence. There's questions out there, but at the end of the day, now you tell me what type of excuse this was. It's not an excuse, but he said he would like to fight in Wembley in the UK. Why would you want to fight in UK? Wow. Why would you want to go out there and fight in UK instead of in the country? And because you said the UK is going to draw more views, going to draw more people. No, it's not. Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence fight is gonna draw a lot. You're gonna get paid a lot of money,
especially if they're in Vegas.
Yes, if they're in Vegas, yes, you're gonna get paid a bunch of money if you're in Vegas. But I don't think Terrence Crawford want to fight. So other than that, yeah, I'm just gonna I want to see Boots Ennis and him fight, and I also want to see Boots Ennis and Keith Thurman. I don't want to see Canelo fight. I'm tired of him ducking, but I'm glad he got his ass beat by Bivol, though. I'm glad he got his behind beat by Dimitri Bivol. I'm glad, because he's been ducking for so long. He ducked Charlo. He went through Caleb Plant, which is Caleb Plant is a good fighter, but he found the way to stop him. Caleb Plant got tired. But at the end of the day, he tried to go up and cherry pick, which is Dimitri Bivol. It's the wrong cherry pick, and he got exposed. He got whooped on. And also, I want to see Benavidez versus Charlo. Benavidez is fucking good. If y'all haven't watched David Benavidez, that dude is really good. That dude can fight, man. That dude is real fast. He's tall. He's very tall. And Devin Haney, I want to also see Devin Haney and Tank Davis. I would want to see that fight too. Devin Haney and Tank Davis.
Definitely. Big boxing. You're in the boxing. Coach Donte is your guy. But yeah, again, make sure y'all tune in to 7200 seconds. Again, we are on the audio side, y'all. Y'all got Apple Podcasts, y'all got Spotify. Make sure y'all follow us there. Leave us a review. Tell us what you want to see, what y'all don't want to see. We want to see it all so we can help please and accommodate y'all. Y'all got questions to ask. Again, y'all can always hit us up on Twitter. Ask us some questions. YouTube, you want to leave a comment on videos, ask us some questions. Again, we will answer them live here. But anything else you got? Any bold predictions for this week, Coach?
Any bold predictions for for kind of for this week, man. Bold predictions kind of for this week. In basketball, I'm going to go with Joel Embiid. We'll have another 50-point game this coming weekend. I don't know who it's going to be. He's going to drop another 50 to carry the carry again, the 76ers. And also, I'm going to go with Anthony Davis this week, 20-plus rebound game.
Oh, right now, Tobias Harris and Embiid is right neck and neck. Tobias Harris is cooking this quarter. He got 15 points, but watch he go missing in the second half.
Oh, my goodness. Come on now.
Joel right now got 6 points. 16 points. So we'll definitely see how Joel does this weekend. But he got the Warriors Friday, and then he played the Raptors on Monday. Jaguars moves on from Trevor Lawrence and draft the actual franchise.
Oh shit. Man, he been playing good. Y'all want to move on? Oh man, Trevor Lawrence can't get a break.
All right, guys, and we're going to end that here on that note. Again, if y'all want to follow us, make sure you follow both our YouTubes. The links are in the description. Again, y'all want some merch? Y'all help support the channel. Well, us and me and Coach Donte. We got the Key in the Building shirts and the 7200 seconds shirts as well. So make sure you hit that up. Again, the links are in the description under the link tree. Again, follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Leave us a review. Again, let us know. And of course, we always around. We both on East Coast Gridiron. So make sure you go over there. Check us out over there. Any last words before we get on out of here, Coach?
Nah, man. Another great show. Y'all come back in 7 minutes. Rockets and Phoenix Suns will be tipping off. I will be calling that game as well. So y'all come back in 7 minutes. Possibility. I may do the 9:00 game, which is the Lakers and the Celtics. So y'all come back in 6 more minutes. I will be doing live during Rockets and Suns.
Nah, I say you do the big game. You may not be done in time to see the other.
Yep.
So that's gonna be that's a nice little rivalry. And if they lose, Freddie gonna have an excuse. But there you have it, guys. Another 7,200 seconds is in the books. Donte, we almost at 40.
Almost at 40 episodes. 6 more episodes away.
So no, we had 30. This is 38 right now.
Okay. I thought I saw 34 up on the what you call it.
I had to switch.
Okay, we two more episodes away. We'll hit 40. Okay, hit a milestone. All right.
Yeah, we almost at 40 episodes. But again, it's Coach Donte. Key, I'm always in the building. Thank y'all. Shout out everybody who's in the chat. As always, I appreciate y'all. Burn, Damian, Vic, Koo. We had H-Town Cowboy in here as well. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate the love. Make sure y'all coming back next Tuesday. Same time, same place, same channel. Y'all already know. Hottest topics in 7,200 seconds. We on out of here.
Come back in 5 minutes. Peace out, y'all.
Music don't work.